虚実を切り裂いて想定を追いね飛び立ったとこしへ
Top 10 upcoming fall anime. You got My Hero Academia Season 4 kicking this off. Freaking finally. But really, at this point, 3+ Ultra seasons later, who isn't extremely hyped for this? I mean, they also made you wait extra long for this next serving of Deku too. So it's time for My Hero Academia Season 4, time to welcome back the big three. Mirio will actually be taking front stage for Season 4, right alongside Deku. Naturally, Season 4 is going to lead into this new hero internship arc. With the ultra bad Shigaraki and All for One taking a step back for Season 4, you got the new villain overhaul coming in. This includes that little demon girl Eri. But seriously, I'm really predicting My Hero Academia Season 4 will be talked about as the best season so far. I'm not even joking, there's a ton of heartbreaking and tear-jerking moments coming. That includes a bunch of Deku and Mirio action. There's also stuff involving All Might and his ex-assistant. Ooh, the drama. And let me just call it now and quote me later. Expect the overhaul fight to get My Hero Academia trending again on Twitter. Next summer anime, SAO Alicization War of Underworld. Time to get back to SAO after that colossal cliffhanger. Man, did they piss a ton of people off with that. Not winter, but this dark storm from the dark territory is coming. Unfortunately, in the middle of all of this, Kirito will be potato mode. Actually, switching more into main character roles will be Integrity Knight Alice, plus Asuna with their spanking new upgrade. Ironically, it does feel like haters or anime people who were lukewarm about SAO Season 1 and Season 2 actually really enjoyed SAO Alicization. On the flip side, I see more than a few SAO fans not totally liking how Season 3 changed SAO up. So let me just mention this. If you love the Aincrad arc and the SAO movie, you'll definitely love what's coming up with the War of the Underworld stuff. This next SAO half builds on every single SAO piece that came before it. Once SAO Alicization is all said and done, I'm picturing most people will have SAO Season 3 as their most favorite SAO yet. Here's hoping they do a lot of these fights justice. Third fall anime, Food Wars Season 4. That's right, Food Wars is finally back. I've been waiting to find out how that cliffhanger of a tournament was going to end. But if I want to be really honest, I'm really surprised Food Wars is even getting another anime season made. In case you're not a manga reader, the Food Wars manga suddenly ended earlier this year. There have been some widespread rumors about why it ended. Was it cancelled? If you actually ask any hardcore Food Wars manga fan, they'll quickly admit the manga took a quality dip after this current arc. So perhaps there's some truth right there. But back to the anime, I'm actually not a manga reader, at least not too in-depth, so perhaps I naively assumed Food Wars would be here for a long time. For now, let's actually just be thankful for this perhaps final Food Wars season. So, are you ready for the final course? Here's hoping Food Wars goes out with a bang. Next fall anime, Beastars. Oh yes, the furries are here, and really, this screams out Zootopia. You got the wolf guy and a wabbit. But shocker, this is actually a high school anime. You got the main character Wolf Guy, who's a kind soul, who's part of the drama club. Seems like this poor wolf fella has lived his life of discrimination due to his appearance. They all think I want them for a lunch. And then you have this outcast bunny girl who's being crapped on. I actually first caught wind of this series from this Japanese friend of mine. She's this huge fan of this and highly recommended getting into it. The trailer and preview seem to be hinting at a love story? Potentially the wolf guy hooking up with the other wolfish looking girl or that outcast bunny girl. So I'm picturing it right now, this is going to be super popular with the actual furry crowd. But for everyone else, I have this suspicion that a good chunk of anime people will stay away just because of the character designs. I mean, most anime fans love anime animal girls, but perhaps not like this. But I'm curious, if you're interested in this, post down below why. Next fall anime, No Guns Life. I almost want to say No Guns No Life. So you got this dude with a gun for a head. Enough said, next anime. But really, maybe I'm easy, but at least that got my attention. This is the tale of this dude who got this unexpected surprise when his mind got placed into the cyborg body. This Terminator just happens to have this shooter in place of a normal coconut. War Machine over here previously got mind wiped and doesn't know who exactly revived him or why they gave him this gun job on his head. Mr. Gunhead over here actually starts making a living taking cases, until one day one of his ex-war buddies shows up with a random kid. He needs his help. And then the adventure begins. So far, the premise of this is reminding me of stuff like RoboCop or even the recent Altered Carbon Netflix series. The trailer itself shows this dark, gritty, futuristic scene. I do have two potential concerns for this. The first, this anime is not actually based on this ongoing manga. Chances heavily lean towards this being a 12-episode series. So how much of the actual story will be done? And then more of a minor red flag, the director for the series actually worked on all 3 seasons of Overlord, although that may be balanced by this being made by Madhouse, and hopefully the story wins out. Next fall anime, ReZero Emilia Special Frozen Bonds. Unfortunately not the ReZero Season 2 anime just yet, but another very meaty appetizer before the main ReZero course. Oh yes, this is freaking awesome for the dozen of us Emilia fans. The second OVA actually got announced when the first one dropped in theaters. Unlike the first one, this is actually going to be more important for the ReZero anime plot. This is going to show how Emilia met Puck and some other juicy tidbits before Subaru even got Isekai. Just think of this as a ReZero prequel in a way. And I'm not saying you need to pick Emilia over Rem, but maybe you'll become more of a fan of Emilia after this in Season 2. Emilia's about to get much more fleshed out in ReZero Season 2, which by the way, happy belated birthday Emilia. So this ReZero special is coming out on November 8th. I will have a non-spoiler review on that weekend. And talk about ReZero Season 2, so far Season 2 has been confirmed except no release date. I do expect an actual release date to be announced with the debut of this ReZero special, maybe even as the post-credit for it. The first ReZero special actually announced the Isekai Quartet anime, so who knows, perhaps they'll announce more juicy details for that Season 2. Either way, are you prepared for more ReZero? Is anyone here an Emilia fan? Next fall anime, Fate Go! So if you're at all an anime fan, Fate definitely needs no introduction. Even if you haven't seen the series, you've definitely heard of the name Fate. I originally was going to put this as an honorable mention, but really this deserves way more than that. This Fate anime series is supposed to be adapting the 7th Holy Grail War. With the actual massive popularity of the Fate Go mobile game, no surprise to see more Fate anime pretty much yearly at this point. And let me just put it out there, I'm a total Fate newbie just due to time restrictions. But each of these new anime series keeps on pulling me more and more in. On top of this, the ending theme will be done by Eri. Even more reason to at least take a peek. The only unfortunate part? Too bad Ufotable is not on this Fate ride. It'll actually be Cloverworks doing the heavy lifting. So come on Fate fans, chime in, are you excited for this? Next fall anime, this hero is invincible, but too cautious. I thought I was going crazy for a second. I was wondering, where the hell are the Isekai anime? It took a while, but here it is. You got this blonde goddess in charge of this world that's on super hard mode. Suppose she summoned this hero. You might be able to fill in the rest. And my god, does this guy work out. So yes, as the name suggests, this guy is too overly cautious. It actually looks like it could be a fun comedy. And this guy's actually not a Kirito clone, he actually reminds me of Naofumi from Shield Hero. And fun fact, the main character actually voiced Goblin Slayer. The studio behind this Isekai anime is the White Fox Studio. The opening is also by Myth and Roid, so at least the opening will be good. After the summer Isekai, I'm definitely not that hyped for more Isekai. Here's hoping that the comedy wins out on this. Next fall anime, 7 Deadly Sins. Almost an honorable mention, but I know some of you will demand why I didn't put it on the main list. Honestly, I dropped out of 7 Deadly Sins after season 1. I'm not saying it's bad, but it really wasn't that anime that clicked with me. That said, I do have buddies who are hardcore into 7 Deadly Sins. Those buddies actually claim that season 2 was a complete disaster, and really that's definitely helped only keep me away. For this next season, you actually have Studio Deen taking over. Unfortunately for 7 Deadly Sins fans, Studio Deen is known for not giving a damn. Although I should also mention they've been known to produce some anime gems every now and then. I'm really just saying, lower your expectations just to be on the safe side. Not to mention, this is actually the 3rd time they've changed directors for this series. So despite me not actually being that hyped for this anime, Hiroyuki Sawano is actually doing the soundtrack, and UVERworld is doing the opening, so that does get me curious. Fall anime number 10, Kemono Michi, also known as Underworld. Here's Isekai anime number 2. Here's the twist. The guy summoned is actually this Japanese pro wrestler. Here's why Elsie should be excited. This is actually written by the Konosuba author. It looks super ridiculous to be honest. I mean, the guy's wrestling everything in sight, even the freaking princess. Oh yeah. So there's a ton of comedy potential right there, especially with the Konosuba author behind this anime. The only slight red flag, this anime is actually being done by a completely new studio. This will be their first anime. On a positive note, the director for this anime actually worked on Attack on Titan Junior High, the End of Evangelion movie, and Food Wars. Alright, so definitely post your most hyped anime down below as I go into my honorable mentions. Honorable mention number 1, the My Hero Academia movie. Okay, so you got me. I don't think I could justify putting My Hero Academia twice on the main list. But yes, you have the My Hero Academia movie coming out this December. Move over Star Wars. So far, nothing really confirmed about this except that Bakugo and Deko will take front stage. Some recent merch art also confirmed that Shoto will be right alongside them. Cause really, these guys bring in the money. Supposedly, this My Hero Academia's second movie should also be canon just like the first one. And not to mention, they're really hyping up this Bakugo and Deku team up coming up. So I'm definitely super hyped for this. Go ahead and expect a non-spoiler review from me that first weekend. Second honorable mention, Assassin's Pride. So hey, Kirito is back. Another light novel anime series too, although this doesn't appear to be an Isekai series. So far I've seen a lot of people hyping this series up, but I'm only mildly interested based on the trailer. You got this Assassin's World with this sword dude and this blonde loli. I'm also not really getting a good sense of the story, but at least the trailer shows some potential for some good action stuff. And then Psycho Pass Season 3. Perhaps cautionary mention? For this you have no trailers released yet. This actually won't be out until late October. No real synopsis has been released so far. The story is also focusing on 2 completely new main characters. It looks like it might vaguely be connected to the past seasons, which is actually unfortunate since I've heard nothing but great things about the recent Psycho Pass movies. Anyway, let me just get into some quick fall predictions. Naturally, My Hero Academia Season 4 and SAO Season 3 will be colossal hits. What might be more interesting are the sleeper hits. My money is on that anime Roid anime or the Gunhead anime. Let me just go ahead and throw in that cautious Isekai hero up there too. Anyway, go ahead and post your most hyped anime down below. Be sure to include any predictions for the fall anime season. Definitely be sure to smash that like and subscribe for more juicy weekly anime. Check out my recent videos on the new SAO Season 3 trailer, and don't miss my Konosuba movie non-spoiler review, and I'll see you guys later.